In this video, we are going to discuss few topics from the chapter Circulatory System of the book Concise Biology, class 10th. The topic which we are going to start is the pulse. Pulse is actually the alternate expansion and elastic recoil of the wall of the artery during the ventricular systole. You must have seen some rhythmic movements whenever you place the two fingers on the wrist front part near the thumb. This part is having the superficial artery. Though the arteries are deeply seated, they are not superficially, but at the wrist portion, the arteries are at the superficial region. Therefore, when we put our fingers at this point, we feel a rhythmic sequence. This rhythmic sequence is actually the alternate expansion and recoiling of the wall of the artery. This artery, as it is directly concerned with the ventricular systole, so whenever a ventricle contracts, a pressure is put in the artery and that comes in a sort of jerk which is felt when we place the fingers on the wrist region. Hence we can say that this rhythmic movement of the artery is known as pulse. Moving on further, now let's discuss the topic blood pressure. Blood pressure is the pressure which the blood flowing through the arteries exerts on their wall. As we already know that whenever ventricle contracts, it puts the pressure on the blood which is present in the arteries. This pressure is called blood pressure. This pressure on the blood is having two limits. The upper limit, that is called systolic pressure, while the lower limit is called the diastolic pressure. The systolic pressure, it takes place at the time when fresh blood is pushing through the artery because of ventricular contraction. And the lower limit is recorded when the wave has passed over, means when the ventricle is relaxing and the blood wave has passed over. If we measure this pressure, we have seen that in adults, near about 100 to 140 millimeter of mercury of pressure is seen. That is the upper limit and is known as systolic pressure. While when the blood pass on, the lower limit is measured at the average of 60 to 80 millimeter of mercury. This is also called diastolic pressure. If we calculate the average normal blood pressure of a human being, it comes up to 120 upon 80. And if a person is having above 140 upon 90, means if a person is having above 140, that is systolic, and diastolic above 90, then that person is suffering from the hypertension, means high blood pressure. And the instrument by which we are measuring the blood pressure is called sphygmanometer. Moving on further, now we are going to study the second fluid which circulates in the body, that is the tissue fluid. As the blood flows in the capillaries of the tissues, the plasma and the leukocyte, they can come out of the walls of the capillaries. And these plasma and leukocytes, they can bathe the cells outside, means they can move within the space of the intercellular space of the cells. This means when the plasma and the leukocytes comes out and it fluids or bathes the cells or the intercellular or extracellular spaces, then we call it as a tissue fluid. The fluid, which is called the tissue fluid, the purpose of it is to absorb the oxygen and other required substances and to give out the carbon dioxide and other wastes back into the blood. The next fluid which we are going to study is the lymph. As we have studied for the tissue fluid may be reabsorbed into the blood vessels, but most of the time the tissue fluid which is present in the tissues, it does not gets reabsorbed and it moves further and it enters into a set of minute small channels, and these channels are called lymph vessels. And the tissue fluid, when it enters into the lymph vessels, where here it is called lymph. Actually, lymph is the plasma having some leukocytes in it, which was called tissue fluid when it was in the tissue spaces, and now when it enters the blood vessels, now it is called lymph. The lymph vessels, they drain out their lymph into lymph nodes from where the fresh channels arises up, and ultimately these channels pour the lymph into the major anterior veins which are very much close to the entry of the right auricle, and again it comes into the circulation. Studying the composition of the lymph has only one cellular part, that is leukocyte, and the liquid part, that is plasma, having 94% of water and some sorts of protein, fats, carbohydrates, enzymes, antibodies, etc. Studying the functions of the lymph is a fluid which transport the oxygen to the places where blood cannot reach. It supports in draining away the excess tissue fluid and metabolize and returns proteins to the blood from the tissue spaces, that is the tissue fluid. It also helps in the absorption of fat in the intestine, and the WBCs present in the lymph, they help in the defense mechanism. The main WBCs here are lymphocytes and monocytes. So WBCs helps in the defense mechanisms. The lymph nodes, which tends to localize the infection, and these lymph nodes in which lymph is there, it prevents the spreading of the infection in the whole body. The example of the lymph node or lymph gland is tonsils, which is present on the sides of the neck of the human beings. This is actually the lymph gland which stores lymph in it, and this lymph helps in prevention of the infection from the body to the various different parts of the body. The another lymph gland is called the spleen. Spleen is the lymphatic organ which is near about the size of the clenched fist, and it is reddish brown in color, and it is situated in the abdomen just behind the stomach and above the left kidney. The purpose or the functions of the spleen is it acts as a blood reservoir. In emergency conditions, whenever a person is suffering from the hemorrhage, means deficiency of oxygen, then this spleen, it helps in releasing the blood which is stored in it. This spleen also produces lymphocytes which helps in the prevention of the different diseases from the body. Spleen is a place where RBCs are worn out or where the RBCs are destroyed. Spleen is a place where the RBCs are produced during the embryonic stage of the human beings. Hence, these all are the functions of the lymphatic organ called spleen. That's all for this video.